Oh, one of my favourite compositions. It's got a 3/4 bar in there as well, just for good measure. So this one's doing this. So, my advice here is to see if you can avoid changing the mechanism too much. So you've got that and you're doing wow, you're miles away. So what I like to say, each note, particularly as it gets lower, is like miles away, a completely different place from the top, first note. So what I like to think of is this. Yes. I think of my top note, and I think of my top note all the way through. That's my attitude. But I'm aware that the other notes are dropping, because I'm doing them, but I'm thinking top note. Where are we? So if I'm up there, light as well, though you can do it, experiment with all sorts of tonalities. But I think it's going to be easiest to start with if it's light. So I'm keeping a kind of ah. So when I get to the bottom note, the octave below, I'm not in a completely different place. If I do this, everything's changed. So I'm in that kind of a zone. But what about if I drop to the bottom note like this? Don't know if you can hear, there's a similar sort of quality about it. So the mechanism hasn't changed that much. So hopefully I can keep some sort of consistency. When I get higher and have to go through the falsetto, heaven help us. I might do with a hum to start with again, just to work things. Very loose and free if you can. So I'm thinking of that one. If I change to an starting to get high, I can stay in chest. So for me, it's getting a little bit stressful there to stay in chest, though I could practice that. That's what he's all about. Or I might go to falsetto, but now I've got the issue of the accommodation. So I'm going to have to accommodate as best I can, innit? And here. Keep opening the throat. A little bit flat on those top notes, so I'm going to give it I can slow it to give myself a bit more time. See what I'm doing? I'm dragging behind the beat to give myself a little bit more time to see if I can sort that out. Something about these which I'm going to mention twice. I'm going to mention it here and I'm going to mention it again later on if I remember. I don't remember things so well these days. What was I doing? Only kidding. Is a clown. Circus. I remember seeing on television clowns in a circus that had spinning plates. They had their bamboo pole or something, bamboo type thing, and they got some plates spinning on top, and they got several plates spinning on top on 7 bamboo poles all around themselves, and they'd all be there. And obviously, as the momentum decreased, the plates would start to wobble, and they were ran the risk of falling off. And so part of the game with all the fun of all this was for the children to be going, that one there, that one there. And the clown would be doing, what? And that one there was about to fall off. And he'd turn around and, of course, when he was doing that one, this one's starting to fall off. And they never fell off from what I could see. They always caught them, just you think he's never going to get that one in time. But he would, and he'd keep all these various plates spinning. So what I'm meaning about that is these exercises are a bit like that. You may never do them well, but you will do them better. And if you stop, I'm a bit unfamiliar with them now, just come back to them, and they're not so good, they're rusty. The plate's about to fall off. So I come round, like all of your singing practice is a bit like that. So I come round and you work on this, and once you're busy working on this, that one over there is starting to deteriorate. So you have to kind of decide what you want to work on and go around and try to keep everything a bit like an athlete, I suppose, in reasonable condition. What have we got next?